There should be no difference between the air around you and yourself. You have to stay connected with everything which is around you. Stay relaxed. Lose your anal muscles. Relax your anal muscles. Interlock your fingers and adopt Ushas Mudra or Venus Mudra, the mudra which is potential in transmuting the sexual energy into spiritual energy. Relax your ankles. Relax your ankle joints. Relax your calf muscles and shin. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your hip and its internal organs. Your abdomen. Your chest region. Your neck, your hands, your shoulders, and your head. Be blessed by the divine. We're going to do the breathing meditation. Already, those of you all have learned the sky practices. And start with Agna. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. The divine energy descends upon us and we are being purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon us and we are being purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon us and we are being purified and blessed. May the divine energy protect us, guide us, and lead us day and night, at all times, in all our places, and in all our activities. Salutations to Mother. Salutations to your Father. Salutations to our Guru, Sri Vedatri Maharishi. Start focusing on your breath. Focus on your breath. Be aware on your body posture. Focus on your breath. Sky practitioners can start focusing on Agni, the third eye chakra. Focus on your breath. Be in awareness on your body. Relax your hand muscles. Relax your eyes. Don't own any part of your body. Just be relaxed. Just be in surroundings. Be as dead as possible. உயிருள்ள பிணம் போல அமர்ந்திருத்தல் வேண்டும். Focus on your breath. Bring awareness all over your body. Relax your body muscles. Don't tighten any part of your body. Just be as relaxed as possible. Sky practitioners can now start to focus on Durya Chakra, the Sahasradhara. Members who are new to system can still focus on your breath. By the time now, the breathing rate would have slowly dropped down. Just be there, focus, be in awareness. Lose yourself. Become the breath. We're going to meditate for 2 more minutes. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Focus on your breath. Sky practitioners, focus on Sahasradhara Chakra. Relax your hand muscles. Relax your eyes. Don't strain yourself. Just visualize that this entire body is one piece of rock. ஒரு கற்சிலை போல நீங்க உங்களையே பாவிச்சுக்கணும். Just visualize that from the top of your head, bottom of your toe, just one single piece of rock. Be blessed by the divine. We're going to conclude the meditation. Spread the meditative energy all over your body. Let the body, mind, and soul be uplifted and purified. I'm going to tell the auto suggestion. By the grace of the divine power, may we all enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. By the grace of the divine power, may we all enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. By the grace of the divine power, may we all enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. May peace prevail within us. May peace prevail around us. May peace prevail all over the world. Peace, peace, peace. Gently rub your palms. Place it on your eyes. Give a gentle massage to your face. Raise your hands up above from the side direction. Join both of your palms at top of your head. Take a deep breath. Bring your hands down. Open your eyes. Be blessed by the divine. I hope everybody meditated well. We have meditated for almost 15 minutes now. I hope everybody could follow the meditation. It's very simple. You can all relax your body completely. Relaxation comes even more handy if you are going to relax our anal muscles. இந்த குதப்பகுதி எந்த அளவுக்கு தளர்வாக்குறோமோ அந்த அளவுக்கு உடல் வந்து தளர்வாகும். This is just a beginner's tool. Relaxing your anal muscle is just a tool for a beginner. Once you are mastering the way of meditation, the art of meditation, you may not require anything to have a perfect meditation. It just will happen. Now, one thing that we have to understand, what do we call ourselves as? We call ourselves as human beings. Now, why the word beings is there? We become anything and everything. We have the potential of becoming something. Just imagine, if you see a dog is hurt, you can tap into the energy field of what and how the particular dog is undergoing whatever pain it is suffering from. We instantly tap into that energy. We think it has happened to us. We become that state. That is why we are called as human beings. Now, what is meditation helping us? How is it helping us? It makes us to become human. It makes us the actual human beings. We be like a human. So that is where meditation helps us in playing a pivotal role in giving our spiritual progress, as well as balancing our life, work, and all aspects to just lead a peaceful and progressive life. So meditation is really important. I request everybody, myself, I'm not going to help you out. The Guru, Vedatri Maharishi, he is not going to come and help you out. The syllabus is not going to come and help you out. The LMS is not going to come and help you out. We are all mere facilitators for you to do the meditation. That's all. Now, where does the learning start? Where do we actually start the learning? It happens only while we do meditation. So everything is meditation. Even in fact, a saint from Tamil Nadu, Thiruvalluvar, he says, Davam Saivar Tan Kanvam Saivar. There is a famous word, famous statement, which means only the ones who are meditating, they will be able to get rid of all the imprints, the sinful imprints, and lead a peaceful life. And in fact, there is a beautiful poem in Tamil, which was written by Tayumanavar, if I'm not wrong. He says, செக்கு மாடு போல சுழன்று சுழன்று இந்த வாழ்க்கையை நடத்தி கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். What that it means, there is one thing called செக்கு, which is nothing but a cow will be tied to a particular wooden instrument in a circular manner. It should be keeping on walking so that the center portion of that trunk will be having, it will be producing a pressure where whatever seeds we load it into it, the oil will be extracted in such a way that that particular cow has to keep on rotating in a circular motion throughout the day in order to give us the oil, in order to extract the oil from the particular seed. So Thai Manavar says that human being, the life of a human being is like that particular cow which is used, which is having an activity, which is performing an errand of extracting oil. We call that as check in Tamil. Everybody must have known it. அந்த மாதிரி மீண்டும் மீண்டும் இறந்து பிறந்து இறந்து பிறந்து இறந்து பிறந்து we keep on take births in this karma bhumi, and we keep on coming into the afterlives. Like afterlife is nothing but our extension of our generation. It can be our daughter, son, it can be their son and daughter. It just keeps on going like this. This is a vicious cycle. Somewhere we have to stop this. Somewhere we have to leave or break the chain of birth and death. Now that is where meditation will help us out. It will give the sole purpose of life. We all know we are all born, we all have born in this world. We are continuing our school studies till our 12th standard, 12th grade, or BSc or MSc. We are doing our masters, and then we are going to a profession, and then we are getting married, and then we are getting giving birth to a child, and we are taking care of them, and again we are engaging them into the same thing which we engaged 50 years ago or 40 years ago. Now what is the purpose of life? Is this the purpose of life? There is something greater purpose of life. That greater purpose of life, for us to access it, meditation will help. And for meditation to work, we need a guru. And since there is no guru who is physically present right now, we as teachers, we are facilitators who just interpret what Vedatri Maharishi has given to you in a nutshell so that meditation can happen. So thank you so much for joining on this Sunday session in certificate course in Yoga for Human Excellence, both basic and hybrid. We welcome you all cordially for this particular session. Valha Valamudan, and today we are going to be learning about Makarasana A and Makarasana B, which are the significant aspect, the sixth component of simplified physical exercise. Now the word Makarasana, what is Makarasana? The Makara means crocodile. We call the word Makara means crocodile. We all know crocodile is the most strongest amphibian which is living. It can live both in water as well as land. And in fact, in the traditional yogic systems, just a minute, just give me a minute. The notifications. Just a minute, just give me a minute. Oh, I just got a lot of pop-ups and notifications. Thank you so much. Now, as we progress into asanas, there are a lot of asanas which were given in ancient days by yogis and yoginis who work very harder, to get into the system of yoga. The system of yoga was very harder in ancient days. Now it has been simplified by Vedatri Maharishi and a lot of the modern gurus. But still, the asanas which were given by the ancient yogis were always bio-inspired. What is bio-inspired? There are almost 8,44,000 species in this world, roughly. And for each species, they have given a lot of asanas. Now, only a handful of asanas we know in the modern day, but there are a lot of asanas, but these asanas are inspired by bio-living beings. Like it can be a tree, it can be, an animal, it can be an insect, it can be a bird, it can be anything from 1 sense to 5 sense. We are trying to replicate it through the human body, through the postures. In such a way, the particular physical exercise that we are going to learn today is called as Makarasana. The word Makara means crocodile. We all know crocodile is very stronger. It poaches its prey very easily. It just gives a great twist to its entire body in order to rip off any part of the prey, and it has got a strong jaws. And it has got, there is an ancient way of threatening people in Tamil. There is a phrase in Tamil which has got like ancient-ஆ இருக்கும் அது. எப்படி சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா, நான் ஏதாவது ரொம்ப பண்ணனா நான் மார்கை மார்கால் எடுத்துருவேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. You see, the margai margal means is nothing but the alternate leg and alternate hand. If it is left hand, it is your right hand. Left hand, it is your right leg. Because whenever we are walking in our streets, we can see the right hand. Yeah, when we are stretching our right hand, the left leg is also getting stretched. So in such a way, we can see that we have evolved from all these living things, all these living beings. We have even evolved from crocodiles. All these crocodiles, where it is the form where reptiles are or originating in this earth, and they are slowly starting to make movements in such a manner that only the right and left, accordingly they start to move, they start to mobile their movements. So in fact, to have a better movement, it is the crocodile which has got the better movement, crawling with the land, and there are a lot of other evolutions with the crocodiles. You all know that there are alligators, there are a lot more species. All right, so why is this Makarasana being given in this particular simplified physical exercise? It is to strengthen our spine. It is to strengthen our spinal cord, the vertebrae which is protecting the spinal cord. Now, what is a spine? What is a spinal cord? We'll get into that at the later part of the session. Right now, I'm going to teach you how to do this exercise. There are two portions. One is Makarasana A and another is Makarasana B. And we all know to do this exercise, we should have a mat laid on the ground. All right, that is very important in order to insulate your energy, preventing it to being earth. Right? That is very important. Second thing, you should be in empty stomach. Ladies who are facing their menstrual cycle should not do this practice up to 4 days at least. And people who are experiencing pregnancy should not do this practice at all. It is not recommended by any of the yoga gurus. So that is very important. So keeping all this in mind, let us start with Makarasana A. I'm going to show you and I'm going to demonstrate you how to do this exercise. And at later part, I'll be giving you the explanation what happens actually when we do this exercise. Valga Valamudan, stay tuned. Just give me a time gap of 30 seconds roughly. I'll just make sure the right angle is being viewed so that you can all view in a proper manner. Valga Valamudan.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். In the meantime, I request the participants இப்போ இன்னைக்கு மெடிடேஷன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இந்த லாஸ்ட் 1 வீக் படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. ஸோ ஏதாவது ஃபீட்பேக் சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா இப்போ நீங்க சொல்லலாம் பிஃபோர் அர்ஜுன் ஸ்டார்ட்ஸ்.
போடவா போட்டேன்.
Be blessed by the divine. Now we are going to see how to do this Makarasana. Now, as I explained, the way we have to lie down is very important. There are 3 important postures that we are performing in day-to-day life. One is that we stand, one is that we sit, and one is that we lie down. Now, lying down has got its immense benefits when it comes to yogic practices. The yogic practices which are being done when we are lying down has got significant importance in understanding the reality which we do not belong to. This reality, this is the physical reality where we can see all the things, we can able to feel. We are majorly governed by our thoughts. we are governed by 4 aspects: the volume, time, distance, and force. We stick to this reality when we are perceiving everything through our senses. But in order to not perceive through senses, we have to tap into our inner energy system. That happens only when we are doing the yogic postures, which are performed in both supine position and prone position. Now I'll demonstrate to you how to lie down in first place in order to have a good health as well as not where the health will get deteriorated. Now what is the thing that we do when we are lying on the bed? We just like that fall like this. And when we are waking up from the bed, we wake up like this. This particular jerky movements will start to bring contractions in many sensitive parts of your body, which is not at all good to have a healthy lifestyle. Now here, Vedatri Maharishi teaches us how to actually get into the position of lying down. Fascinating, isn't it? He is asking us to first fold our right leg. You get my point? You have to bend your right leg. Right? You have to put your right feet near your right thigh, back portion. Right? You have to extend your left leg. That's very important. Now you have to place your left hand behind your back. Alright? So this acts as a support. A moral support, I would say. It's just like if I'm going to tap it, like it has to be very loose. It should not be stiff on the ground. Right? Now you have to turn slowly towards your left side. Alright? Now here we have to place our palm exactly corresponding to your chest region, your heart, and exert pressure in your right hand and gently slide through. So this is how we have to go into the portion of lying down. Now when we are getting up, it is like the reverse movement of what we did right now. We come like this, we exert pressure in our right hand, and we sit normally. So this is how we have to move down, we have to slide down to lie, and then again get up in the reverse movement. Like what is actually happening here? There are 3 major things which is happening here. One, all your heavier organs, all the heavier systems are aligned at the left symmetry of your body. Like what are it? Your heart is at the left symmetry. Your lung, one portion of your lung is at your left symmetry. Your pancreas is at your left symmetry. And then your spleen is at your left symmetry. Your descending colon and your rectum is all exactly positioned at your left symmetry. Now, since all these heavier organs are at the left part of our body, it's very necessary for us to slide down like this, and we are lying down to the prone or supine position. This is very important. Second important thing is that we should not exert pressure. If you are going to lie down like this and get up, this creates a pressure in all your internal organs where it will get strained and their functions may collapse after a period of 40 years of age. So it is very important for us. It is very smoothly crafted so that our body is not getting affected. This is very important. So again, I'm just going to repeat. Bend your right leg, extend your left leg, place your left palm behind your back, slowly, gently give a tilt to your body towards the left side. Place your right palm exactly corresponding to your chest, and now slowly slide and lie down. Now here, we are going to start with Makarasana A.
We stop at that.
Alright, so now we are going to start with Makarasana A. This particular posture is done in this supine pose. Supine means it's very simple. We face the sky. That is how this posture is aligned. Alright, so here we have to start with Chin Mudra. We all know what is the importance of this mudra. This particular mudra activates and stimulates your pituitary and pineal gland. The central nervous system has got 2 things. One is your brain, another is your spinal cord. This particular mudra adopted will help you a lot with this particular exercise, right? So this is one important thing. Next, we are starting with posture 1. There are 3 things that you have to remind throughout this exercise. 1, you should not lift your shoulder up. Alright. 2, you have to make sure the feet, the legs are glued to each other. Alright. Third, you should not release this chin mudra. And you should not make any jerky movements throughout this exercise. So you have to lie down like this. Alright. Now here the command goes to my head. Right? Now when I'm saying right, I have to move in such a fashion. Alright? The shoulders must be grounded, your hip must be mobile, must be turning, and your leg must be straight. Alright? Your knees should not bend. Okay? And still the chin mudra should be in position. And your hands must be 45 degrees apart with your eyes closed. And your face must be facing on your right side. And when it's left, I'm giving an alternate movement to my head towards my left side and my body towards my right. So this is how we do it. Right, left, right, and left. Make sure you do not bend your knees. Your feet should be glued together, stuck together. You should be having 45 degrees apart, your hands adopting chin mudra, and your eyes must be closed, and you have to go towards your right and left. This is very important. This is the first posture. Now we are moving to the second posture, where we have to bend our knees. Right here, same 45 degrees of hand position, adopting chin mudra. Now here we are going right, left, right, and left. It's very important. Once you complete to your left, all right, now just see, this is the last final portion. We have to do everything in the sets of 3. So right and left is 1, and we have to do it for 3 more times. All right, this is very important. So now right here, you are completing it, and you have to come back to the mid position and then release yourself to get into the next portion. That is very important. We should not gesture like that. Like for example, what I'm trying to say is, if you are competing with the left, you should not just like that come like this. That is not a proper way to complete a yogic posture. You should always come to the place where you started and then you have to move on to the next portion. Okay, so this is portion number 2. Now let us move to portion number 3, which is stretching both of our legs forward. All right, placing it on the ground. Now we have to place our right leg over our left leg like this. Just cross your leg over your left. All right, right here, left, right, left. So this will be our third posture. Now we are moving to the fourth posture, where we are placing our left leg over our right leg. And right now we are doing the same movement of giving right direction to my head and left direction to my body. Left to my head and right to my body. You just see, I'm not lifting my shoulders up. I'm just giving mobility to my hips, thereby also channelizing my legs and the direction of finger toes pointing to the other direction opposite to my head. That is very important. So this is how we have to do our fourth posture. Now moving to the fifth posture, we have to mount our leg like this. Place your heel exactly in between your big toe and your second toe of your left leg, like this. Now that is the place where your gonads nerves are ending, the place where we are mounting the gonads, the important sexual organs, all those nerves are getting ended at that particular point. So we are placing our leg there. Okay. Now here, right, left, right, left. If you're going to, for some we might do a common mistake. I've experienced it with a lot of people, even with myself, where to give good twist, good amount of twist, I start to lift my shoulder like this. You see, I'm lifting my shoulder in order to give a good twist, making me to raise my shoulders from the ground. Now, this will only lead to complications. We should not, provide this much pressure to our shoulders, which will cause strain in our spinal portion. So that's very important to not lift your shoulders. All right. So This is the fifth posture. Now we are moving to the sixth posture where we are placing the left and heel over our right big toe on the next toe. So the same goes here. Right and left. Now when I'm going for right and left at this particular point, you have to make sure this entire feet, the inside portion of your lateral part of your feet has to fall on the ground, and the exterior of your right feet should fall on the ground flatly. Now see here, the entire portion of the feet must be grounded in the either sides. That is very important. So we move like this. Now after that, we have to relax. Now we are moving to the seventh posture where we do cycling. Okay. For this is going to be really a fun part. We are going to give an eccentric motion for our body, for the upper extremities and lower extremities. Okay. So we are going to start this exercise. This is the starting posture of the seventh posture. So we have to make a fist. We have to lift our legs from the ground. Okay. Now we are going to do for right. I'm going to pedal myself. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And I have to relax in Savasana. A very important thing is that these postures should be done in very much awareness state. We should not be lethargic. We should not have a lot of thinking in our head going on when we are doing this exercise. We should do it with a lot of awareness and a lot of concentration, keeping our complete body relaxed. Now, what is happening in this exercise? That I'm going to explain it to you now. All right. So now we are going to understand what are the dynamics and mechanics which is happening when we are performing this Makarasana. First thing we have got here somebody with whom we can explain things easily. All right. So what you're seeing right now is your vertebra, the portion which is safeguarding the spinal cord. All these things you will be learning in your LMS, but right now I'm just creating a curiosity within you to understand how our body works and what is the mechanism of the internal organs that we are having to live peacefully. All right. So what you see here is the central nervous system, which is your brain and your spinal cord. These are the two important entities that sends the signals from your brain and it takes forth through the nerves and it connects to all the glands or organs or the upper extremities and lower extremities. For example, நான் இப்போ கையை ஆட்டணும் இல்ல கையை நான் வாலண்டரியா மூவ் பண்ணணும் இல்ல என்னோட இருதய துடிப்பு ப்ராப்பரா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா எல்லா சிக்னல்ஸுமே every bit of signals is processed in our brain and it is sent through the spinal cord, which is having a lot of nerves. Like what nerves does it have? That we are going to see right now. All right. So this particular part is called as the vertebrae. These are the discs. Okay. So this is C1, the cervical, the thoracic, the lumbar, and the sacral. So these are the four things that we have, the components of our vertebra. Like what it is doing. What is the cervical? Cervical is nothing but the first 7 bones, the first 7 rings that are classified as cervical. All right. So, for example, you can understand this. You can memorize this by having a simple formula, which is nothing but when will you have your breakfast? For example, you can say you can have your breakfast at 7 a.m. So there are totally 7 rings in your cervical region. And then when will we have our lunch? What is the right time to have our lunch? It is 12 p.m. So we have 12 thoracic rings, right? And then when will we have our snacks, or by any chance if we are taking our dinner early, எப்போ நம்ம சாப்பிடுவோம்? ஒரு 5 மணிக்கு சாப்பிடுவோம்னு வெச்சுப்போம். There are totally 5 lumbars. and there are 5 sacrals and 1 coccyx. All this comes into one particular being. Chinna vayasula mattumda idu thanitaniya irukum, but as we move further, when we are getting aged, all this comes into single portion. In the tailbone la irukku illaya, idu ellame or single portion ah maaridum. It will not have any rings of stuff. So what is this vertebra actually doing? Now you can see there are yellow and red color nerves which are coming out. All right. Yes, these are the yellow nerves. There are a lot of pairs of nerves which is in our vertebra, which is giving all the information and also collecting all the information. இது efferent அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, efferent nerves ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. இது வந்து சிக்னலை கலெக்ட் பண்ணும், சிலது சிக்னலை சென்ட் பண்ணும் டு ஆல் தி கிளான்ஸ் ஆர் எந்த ஆர்கன் எப்படி ஒர்க் பண்ணுன்ற சிக்னல்ஸ் அனுப்பும். இவ்வளோ வேலையும் சேஃப்கார்ட் பண்றது இந்த பர்டிகுலர் வெர்டிபிரா தான். இந்த வெர்டிபிராக்கான ஒரு பெஸ்ட் எக்ஸசைஸ் தான் இப்போ நம்ம பார்த்தோம். இட் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் Makarasana A and B. Now let us just shed some more light. I'm not a professional guy who learnt anatomy, but I learnt anatomy in lot of certificate courses, so that makes me to teach you the physiology, the functions of what this particular nerves are doing. Now let us say the C1 takes care of back of your head. The C2, it is responsible for various areas of your head, the functions which is happening in various areas of your head. The C3 is your side and front neck, take care of it. And the C4 is upper back of neck. The C5 is middle of the neck and upper arms. The C6 is lower part of the neck, arms and elbows. The C7 it is lower part of arms and shoulders. The person who's getting accident, the person who is getting facing an accident, unfortunately, if he has got a serious injury in his all these C's, his life is doomed. His or her life is doomed. They will be completely paralyzed. They could not even walk. They will not be in any amount of control. Many of you must have seen a lot of films, movies. You might have all got friends who have got affected by this. So this is very a sensitive area where we should not even give any jerky movements. So what is happening in the first posture? The first 2 postures, the one which I did like this, all right, this is number 1, and the number 2 is where I bent my knees and I did this posture. In both of these postures, the upper part of the cervical is getting stimulated at the first posture. The lower part of our cervical region is stimulated in the second posture of Makarasana A. That we have to have in our minds. Now number 3, we have to get into the thoracic. So the T1, it takes care of your hand, wrist, fingers and thyroid. The T2, your heart walls, your coronary arteries. T3, takes care of your lungs. The nerves get distributed to your lungs. T4, it's gallbladder. T5, it's liver, solar plexus. T6, it's stomach. T7, it's pancreas, the one which is whose malfunction will lead to diabetes. T8, your spleen. T9, adrenal glands, which is perfectly located above your kidneys. And T10 is kidneys. T11 is ureters. And T12 is small intestine. So now these both thoracic regions are classified into upper and lower thoracic regions. The posture 3 that we are doing in Makarasana A and posture 4 that we are doing in Makarasana A takes care of upper thoracic region and lower thoracic region respectively. So that is one thing we have to note down for. Now all this information, ivlo solrom, nariya informations irukku. Illa for some of you it might be even more lesser because you might have got a lot of experiences. But why are we stressing on this? It is to do the practice regularly. That is the only motive of this class. It is not to source out the information. It is not to give a lot of scientific explanations. It is not the motive. The motive is to make sure that you're staying motivated, being persistent with your practices. All these scientific explanations are just complementary for you to get reminded that every day we have to do these exercises and we have to learn from the LMS platform. All right. Without no further delay, let's move to the last segment, which is your lumbar and sacrum. The lumbar, which is nothing but your mid back. So this is your lumbar region. This lumbar region has got 5 segments. the 5 rings, 5 discs. Okay, so one is large intestine, L1, L2 is appendix abdomen, L3 takes care of sex organs, uterus, bladder, and knees. L4, the nerves get distributed to prostate gland. L5, it takes care of sciatic nerve, comes here. Lower legs and ankles, sacrum, 1 to 5, the ones which are getting fused together. These are taking care of the hip bones and buttocks. And coccyx, the last tailbone part, takes care of the rectum and anus. Now all this lumbar portion, it is getting the upper lumbar and the lower lumbar is getting corrected, it's getting stimulated by the postures of 5 and 6 in Makarasana. And the coccyx part and sacrum part, all these are being taken care of by the last cycling portion that we did in Makarasana. And the last cycling portion that we did will also develop our core stability, the inner muscles which is residing in our abdomen position. All this will get developed, stimulated, and activated properly. So these are the key concepts of Makarasana 8. Now, I'm just giving you a quick recap. The first two postures are taking care of the cervical, upper and lower cervical. And the next two postures, the 3 and 4, of keeping our legs like this and like this, are taking care of this particular thoracic region of upper thoracic and lower thoracic. And the last portion where we mounted our heels on the big toe and the next toe are taking care of the lumbar region. So these are very, very important, and the cycling part is taking care of the sacrum and coccyx region. This is called as the descent movement, where we are stimulating our vertebrae, we are just giving them an elongation, we are reducing the compressions in between the discs. So what is a disc? Let me explain it to you very shortly. I'm not a professional, but I'm trying to explain it to you to know the significance of these exercises. So these are discs. So these are the vertebral discs, and these are the things which are protecting each bone segment without having the compressions. The spinal compressions will slowly, result if we are driving for longer hours, if we are sitting in a bad posture for longer hours. All this will, give if we are lifting heavy weights, all this will result in disc bulging, okay, or disc prolapse. There are a lot of many other terms where we don't want to listen to those names in future also. All right, so we should not be diagnosed with all this. That is where Makarasana comes into play. So these discs will be the compressions between these discs will slowly start to reduce if we are doing this Makarasana practice, and the nerves can properly send signals to all the glands and all the organs from the brain and vice versa. This is very important. So as I said, the Makarasana A goes with descent movement. From top to bottom, we activate all the vertebral parts. Now, moving to the Makarasana B, I'm going to give you a quick information. In Makarasana B, it is going to be the ascent movement, where we will be the first two postures of Makarasana B that I'll be explaining to you and demonstrating to you right now will be starting, from the bottom part of your backbone. All right. The first two portions will take care of the coccyx and sacrum, and the next two parts will take care of the lumbar, and the next two of your thoracic, and the next two of your, and that's the last portion which I will be explaining when I am demonstrating. Thank you so much. Now just stay tuned for another 30 seconds while I am going to demonstrate to you the Makarasana B. As I said, it is very important to make sure both of these, we just doing it in the same way. All right. So right now, after completing your cycling exercise, make sure in cycling exercise, you have to come down close to the ground, but you should not touch the ground. You get my point? I guess you can all see it. So I'm keeping my feet close to my ground, but I'm not touching it. The more you go towards the gravity, the more the movement that you're giving to your muscles. That is very important. So once you complete this supine posture of Makarasana A, now it is time for us to move to Makarasana B. Right here, you have to just like that go to the prone position. குப்புற படுத்துக்கணும். முதல்ல பண்ணது மல்லாந்து படுத்து பண்ணோம். இப்போ குப்புற படுத்துக்கணும். Now here we have to face the ground. Alright. கிருஷ்ணா இறங்கிட்டு இந்த கீழ ஆகலாம். கீழ உட்காருங்க. ஃபுல்லா தெரியுதா ஃபிளாட்டா? So here the important thing in this Makarasana B is that you have to place your chin on the ground. Your chin must be on the ground. Alright? The second important thing is your knees should not touch the floor. Your knees should not touch the floor. That will be done only by tucking your toes in. You get the point? If you're not tucking your toes, the knees will be on the ground. If you're going to tuck your toes towards your body, you can give a gentle lift and your knees will not be falling on the ground. And throughout this exercise, you should not try to lift your shoulders like this. You should not lift your shoulders like this. You have to make sure the shoulders are grounded at each and every posture. You should not try to lift your shoulder. Alright? So that is very important. So let us start with the first posture. Alright? Stand up. Update. Okay, the first posture goes like this. I have to place my palms in 45 degrees apart, my entire hands, and my palms must be facing the ground. So this is the starting posture. Now when I move to my right side, in Makarasana A, your head and your body will be going in opposite directions. As in Makarasana B, your head and body will be in the same direction. So once I'm saying you right, you have to twist your hip towards your right side and your toes, everything should be aligned in your right side. And whichever part where your backbone is facing, at that point, your palms must be open. The place where your chest is facing, the palms must be closed. Alright? So, you see here, I'm not touching my knees on the ground. The place where my chest is pointing, the palms are closed. The place where my back is pointing, the palm is open. So it has to move like this, like a literal dance step, which is performed in Bollywood movies. So right and left. So this is the posture 1, which is taking care of your coccyx and sacral region. Now we are moving to posture 2. We have to bend our knees. Alright? Same goes here. Right. Left. Right. You see, wherever my spine is going, the corresponding, the relevant palm is opening up and the opposite palm is closing. The amount of relief that I'm getting right now when I'm doing this practice, I hope you all must experience it. It is really soothing for my back muscles. I'm not exaggerating things. It's really good. Romba super than exercise pandrappo. I hope everybody does this in your home and get benefited out of this. Okay. So the next important thing, we are moving to the third posture. The postures which are activating and safeguarding our lumbar region. Alright. So it goes like this. Here. I have to tuck my toes of my left leg and place my right leg over my left leg. The same like Makarasana A. So here, going towards my right, opening my left palm and going towards my left, closing my right palm, closing my left palm and opening my right palm. Right, left, right. You see, I'm not lifting my shoulders up. I'm not having my knees down on the ground, and I'm only giving mobility to my hip region, and my entire spine is getting twisted, relieving all the compressions in my intervertebral discs. Okay, now we are moving to the fourth posture, which is activating our upper part of the lumbar. 1, left, right, left, right, and left. Every posture must be done 3 sets. Right and left is 1 set, and accordingly we have to do 3 sets. The cycling part, we have to do it for 5 times. Alright, now we are moving to the posture which is going to elevate the performance of our alright, so here we have to mount it like this. Your right over your left. Right, now we are going like this. Right, left, right, and left, right, and left. Now we are moving to the last posture where we are just swapping the sides. Now we are taking the left leg over our right leg. All right, right, left, right, left. Each time when you start a posture, make sure that your hands is 45 degrees apart, your chin is grounded, your shoulder is grounded, your knee is not touching the ground. These are the checkpoints in order for you to start this particular posture. Now we are moving to the last posture, which gives a lateral movement to our spine. Now let me show you something. Our spine can bend in 3 ways. One is it can go for the backward arch, and another is forward bend. Alright, and then it can flex laterally, right and left. And the next thing what it can do, it can twist. So these are the primary movements for our backbone. Alright, so right now what we are going to do is, we are not giving any back arches because it is not good for our body when it is performed at different phases of our life. It is not good. Second thing, now we are going to give lateral movement to our spine when we are performing the last exercise. Now how it should be done, I'll show you. All right. So I'm coming to the 7th posture of Makarasana. I'm bringing my hands near me like this. All right. I have to completely gaze my thumb fingers. That is very important. And I have to lift my chest up as much as possible. And at the back side, my legs must be slightly lifted. Alright, now here I am going to give the movement of lateral flexion to my entire spine. Now how it is to be done, you can see right now. Right. When I'm moving towards my right side, I have to bend my right leg. Now when I'm moving towards my left side, I have to relax my right leg and bend my left leg. Right, left, right, left, right, and left. So this is how you do this exercise. Only in 3 exercises you have to open your eyes. One, in the hand exercise you have to open your eyes at the 6th posture. The entire of eye exercise should be performed with eyes open. And the third portion is this Makarasana B, 7th posture must be performed with our eyes open. So other exercises you have to close your eyes. உங்க கண்களை மூடி தான் பண்ணணும். இந்த 3 இடத்துல மட்டும் தான் நீங்க கண்களை திறந்து பண்ணணும். So இது என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா complete lateral flexion கொடுக்குது. இப்போ நீங்க கிருஷ்ண டாப் ஆங்கிள் வைங்க. Where you can go wrong when you're doing this exercise, the 7th posture is, many of us, even when I learned at my beginning phase of this journey, I did a mistake. The mistake was I did like this. Now this will not give as much as flexibility to your spine because my legs are split. The more the interval between your legs, the more it will not give you benefits. So the more it is coming closer to each other, now if you are going to do like this, it will give an optimum twist to your spinal region. So this you have to have in your mind. So I'm very happy that I've taught you all this. I'm just a facilitator. I'm just interpreting my way of understanding this simplified physical exercise to you all. So in this week, we have learned Makarasana A and B. You try to practice it in your home. If you have any doubts, you can reach us out at any time you want. You can, ask your questions either in our personal chat or in the group chat. We'll be very happy to explain you all that. And there is a video in the LMS which I'm referencing for almost all the classes, the scientific explanation of simplified physical exercises. I request you all to go and learn all those so that there will be a lot of, it will just remind you to take care of your health, and it will just remind you about a 30-minute of simple exercise which will help you to take care of your health. So thank you so much, Varga Valamudan. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, and I'm here to show my person who actually filmed everything. This is Krishna Sevagan. I thank him a lot because he on a Sunday, he has got his semester exams tomorrow. He's just helping me out with his particular 1 hour or 1.5 hour segment. Thank you so much, Krishna. And thank you so much for you all. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Ramadevi Amma, Valkalamudan. Okay.
Arjun, ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
ஓகே, வாழ்க வளமுடன். ரொம்ப ரொம்ப அற்புதமான செஷன். ஐ ஹோப் ஆல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஹவ் என்ஜாய்ட் இட் லைக் மீ. We were actually closely watching you do this, and a very good scientific explanation. ஒரு ஸ்கைட்டனை வச்சு நீங்க பண்றது வந்து ரியலி சூப்பர்ப். இது என்ன வார்த்தைகளே இல்லை உங்களை வந்து பாராட்டுறதுக்கு. And also I wanted to thank Krishna also for giving his full support. சூப்பரா வந்து உங்களை வந்து நல்லா படம் பிடிச்சு உங்களை வந்து மேலேந்து கீழே இந்த ரைட் சைட்ல ரொம்ப அழகா பண்ணி கொடுத்தாரு. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி. கிருஷ்ணா இருக்காரா? அவரால் இது பண்ண முடியுமா? வாழ்க வளமுடன் கிருஷ்ணா, வாழ்க வளமுடன். மிக்க மிக்க நன்றிமா, ரொம்ப நன்றி. ஆல் தி வெரி பெஸ்ட் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் ஆல்சோ. நீங்க உங்க டைம் எடுத்து வந்து பண்ணதுக்கு வந்து எங்க எல்லாரோட வாழ்த்துக்களும் உங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பா உங்களை ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும்.
ஹலோ
கேளுங்க
மேடம், ஒரு क्वेश्चन கேட்கலாமா?
கேளுங்க கேளுங்க கண்டிப்பா.
மேடம், ஆக்சுவலா பேக் பெயின் இருந்துச்சுன்னா லிட்டில் பிட் இந்த லெஃப்ட் சைடுல நம்ம இந்த மகராசனம் பண்ணலாமா?
சார், மகராசனம் வந்து நீங்க பேக் பெயின் இருந்ததுன்னா அது எந்த விதத்துல அக்ரவேட்டட் ஆயிருக்குன்றத பாருங்க. அதிகமா பேக் பெயின் இருந்ததுன்னா கொஞ்சம் பண்ணி பாருங்க. உங்களுக்கு லேசா சூட் ஆகாத மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா நீங்க நிறுத்திடுங்க.
ஓகே ஓகே.
இஃப் யூ டோ இப்போதான் பிகினிங்ல இருக்கு பேக் பெயின் அப்படின்னு இருந்ததுன்னா நீங்க தாராளமா பண்ணலாம் சார்.
ஓகே சார், தேங்க்யூ தேங்க்யூ.
அதாவது நீங்க பாருங்க சார், மசில் டென்ஷன்ல இருக்கா இல்ல வேற ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கான்னு பாருங்க. இப்போ
பள்ளத்துல ஏறி இறங்கும் போது ஏற்பட்டது அது. பள்ளத்துல ஏறி இறங்கும் போது டூ வீலர் அப்போ ஏற்பட்டதுதான் நியூ பெயின் இருக்கு.
இப்ப டிஸ்க்ல ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்ததுன்னா நீங்க பண்ணி ஒரு 2-3 நாள் நீங்க தொடர்ந்து பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் உங்களுடைய ட்ரையல் அண்ட் எரர்ல எப்படி இருக்கு பாருங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க இது பண்ணலாம். ஆனா மசில் டென்ஷன் வருது, அங்க இருக்கிற தசை பிடிப்பால உங்களுக்கு வலி இருந்ததுன்னா நீங்க தாராளமா மகராசனா பண்ண ஒரே நாள்ல கூட சரியாகும்.
ஓகே சார், ரைட். தேங்க்யூ தேங்க்யூ
தேங்க்யூ சார்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
ஓகே ஓகே, வாழ்க வளமுடன். We all request you to do the practices regularly. That is the only thing we want. கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்கும். We can understand your position, your fasty lifestyles and all those stuffs. அண்ட் ரெண்டாவது நீங்க ஒரு மானிட்டர் பார்த்து பண்றது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். அதை விட ஒரு ஃபோனை பார்த்தோ இல்லை ஸ்மால் ஸ்க்ரீன்ஸை பார்த்தோ கொஞ்சம் டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. The people who have subscribed to the hybrid course will get proper guidance from the people who are in the yoga centers. For the people who are in basic course, we will try to connect you with the centers. If you are wishing it to happen, we'll have a quick consultation with our back-end team and we'll get back to you. உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது நிஜமாவே கத்துக்கணும், ஒரு சென்டருக்கு போய் கத்துக்கணும்னா அதுக்கான ஃபார்ம் இதுவும் நாங்க அரேஞ்ச் பண்றதுக்கு பாக்குறோம். ஹைபிரிடுக்கு ப்ராப்ளமே இல்லை. நீங்க தாராளமா once you go to the centers you will be learning it even more detailedly. People will be correcting you if you are doing any mistakes. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. I hope this worked for you, and I'll try to render my services in best way possible to bring all the things of LMS content in much more understandable way. நீங்க நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கணுன்றதுக்காக எவ்வளவு கொண்டு வர முடியுமோ கொண்டு வரேன். நிறைய இங்கிலீஷ்ல போகுதுன்றது தெரியும், பட் we have to run this course. அதுவும் இந்த பர்டிகுலர் சண்டே செஷன்ஸ்ல we have to take it in Englishன்றது we have got ஒரு ப்ரோட்டோகால் மாதிரி ஃபாலோ பண்றதுனால we are doing it in complete English, but I'm here and there I'll be trying to explain it to you bilingually also. Thanks for your patience. If you have any concerns with the informations or the explanations or the demonstration part, you can reach out to me anytime you want. புரியல எனக்கு தமிழ்ல எடுக்கலையே எனக்கு எப்படி புரியும்ன்றதுனால நீங்க கஷ்டப்பட்டுற வேண்டாம். நீங்க வந்து எங்களுக்கு பர்சனலா சாட் பண்ணுங்க, இல்லைன்னா குரூப்ல போடுங்க. வில் பி சென்டிங் யூ லாட் ஆஃப் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் தமிழ் வீடியோஸே நிறைய இருக்கு, அது எல்லாமே கூட உங்களுக்கு அனுப்புறோம். அதை நாங்க LMSலயும் போஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், பிளஸ் யூடியூப் லிங்காவும் உங்களுக்கு அனுப்புறோம். பட் கைண்ட்லி டூ ரெஃபர் தி LMS. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க.
அர்ஜுன், சாரி ஃபார் இன்டரப்ஷன். இப்போ நம்ம இந்த மசாஜ் அடுத்த வாரம் எடுத்துக்கலாமா?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible now. நான் கேட்டது உங்களுக்கு கேட்டதா?
Massage, acupressure and relaxation will be taking in the next session, ma'am.
Wonderful. Okay. Okay.
And from the adukadutha session la irundhu we'll be going with Surya Namaskar and all those asanas.
சரி, ஓகே. ஒரு ஷெட்யூல் மாதிரி போட்டு நம்ம குரூப்ல போடலாமா அர்ஜுன்? நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட்
Definitely ma'am, definitely. next 1 month என்னென்ன பண்ண போறோம்ன்றது எல்லாமே நம்ம வந்து போட்டுடலாம் மேம். டிசம்பர் ஃபுல்லா என்னென்ன பண்ண போறோம்ன்றதை நான் அனுப்பிடுறேன்.
ஓகே, ஓகே. ஸோ இந்த மீன்வைல் டிசம்பர்ல வந்து இப்போ இவங்க இந்த பிளெண்டர் கோர்ஸ் ஜாயின் பண்ண ஒரு 18 பீப்புள் ஆர் தேர். ஸோ அவங்க எல்லாருமே வந்து எந்தெந்த இதுல போய் ஜாயின் பண்ண போறாங்க, எங்க போய் அப்ரோச் பண்ணும்போது வந்து we will finalize it in the next 10 days. ஸோ வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி இந்த கிளாஸ் நீங்க எல்லாரும் ஜாயின் பண்ணதுக்கு. இன்னைக்கு வந்து 30 பேர் வந்திருக்கீங்க. ஸோ இட்ஸ் கிரேட். 28 பேர் வந்திருக்கீங்க, சாரி. ஸோ நீங்க வந்து இட் இஸ் அ கிரேட் டர்ன் ஓவர். முன்னாடி இருந்ததுக்கு வந்து இப்போ எல்லாம் ஜாயின் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. இன்னும் சில பேர் வரணும். இன்னும் LMSல வந்து இன்னும் 4-5 பேர் வந்து இன்னும் லாகின் பண்ணி கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணல. அவங்க வந்து இந்த குரூப்லயும் வரல. நாட் ஏபிள் டு ரீச் தம் ஆல்சோ. we are trying to reach them out. So we will have this again next session in the next week. 7th session class வந்து next week நம்ம மீட் பண்ணலாம். Thank you so much. Keep learning and keep yourself engaged with LMS. Every day கொஞ்ச நேரம் லாகின் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. வாழ்க வளமுடன். We'll close the call. Thank you. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.